Hi, this is Sarah Regan from Strengths Now, and we are continuing our video series where we highlight one of the different Clifton Strengths themes and talk about how it shows up in times of crisis or stress or uncertainty. And today I'm going to talk to you about self-assurance. And so if you have self-assurance as one of your dominant themes, you are likely known as a person who is resilient and confident, maybe very stable and solid, and brings a certain courageousness to their work and has an ability to work independently and is real self-sufficient. So in times of crisis and stress, this is a great theme because it brings a real sense of calm under the most desperate or chaotic types of situations. When there's a lot of pressure, it can really translate and bring a sense of calm to other people around you. This quick story of a client that I was working with. I was meeting her for the first time, I think. It was a few months ago, and we were meeting virtually. It was a day in which it was her last day in the office, so there was a lot of disruption with people transitioning to working from home. There were sirens in the background, and as we were talking, there was also an alarm going off that went off, and I was concerned and checking in like, are you okay, and what's going on? And she very much said, no, everything's good. And I really believed her. There's this way in which under any kind of circumstance, self-assurance says, I've got this, I'm okay. And so I love this theme because it can bring that real resilience if there's setbacks. It can also help a team get on board when there's a bold move ahead, perhaps, and has a willingness to take necessary risks. And that can be really important. One of the things, a way in which this theme will thrive when there is change is when it's an environment that's going to allow for some flexibility or freedom to act unilaterally, and is going to be less accepting if the change is forced with a very heavy hand. So watch out for this theme because the self-assurance theme brings such certainty. One of the things that you want to do is to know that if the stakes are very high, it's important that you test your reasoning. And one of the things that self-assurance really values can be pushback or feedback from other people. However, because you can present as so confident, that sometimes people don't always know that they have that permission to test your thinking or to push you in that way. So I would encourage you to very formally say that you are looking for feedback and pushback. The other thing is to delineate what is a strong opinion versus here's what we're going to do, because people might not necessarily notice the difference. And so to let people know if this is something that you feel strongly about, but you haven't made a final decision, that's important to articulate. The other thing is, if you're in a leadership role, it is likely that you perhaps don't need as much direction or guidance or even praise, reassurance that you're on the right track. You kind of take a directive and you like to act unilaterally and just move forward independently. But if you're managing other people, it's important to recognize that they may need, in order to do their best work, more touch points and more guidance. And it's important to not pass judgment on what that means. This is a more rare theme. So most of the people that you are going to manage or interact with are going to be wired such that that's the way they do their best work, is that there are more frequent check-ins. So I'm very curious to know how self-assurance is showing up for you and how it's adding value. So please leave a comment and tune in next time. Take good care, everyone.